In this section, we're going to be looking at linear equations using a table. Now, in the previous section, we looked at functions and relations. So you guys graphed your points, and then you were able to determine if it was a function or not. So now we're going to take this one step further. We're going to graph actual lines, and in order to do so, we're going to come up with a table. So if I scroll down to, let's see, let's go to slide number 11. All right, these are problems that you're going to look at. So it says graph the linear equations by using a table of values. The first one says y is equal to 2x minus 3. So whenever you see whole numbers here, same with number 2. All right, when you're creating your x and y t-chart, a couple things you want to make note of. When you're dealing with whole numbers, it's good to start with easy numbers like -1, 0, and 1. I like to select a negative value, 0, and a positive value because that represents all values on my graph, right? We have negative values, we have 0, and we have positive values. Now with whole numbers, if you use these simple numbers, it's going to be a lot easier to do the computation. So x equals -1, you literally plug it into the equation. Okay, so I'm going to do these using mental math. So if x is -1, I have y is equal to 2 times -1, okay, minus 3. Okay, 2 times -1 is -2. -2 minus 3 is going to give me -5. All right, I'm going to do the same for 0. 2 times 0 minus 3. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. All right, and then finally, x is going to be 1, so y is equal to 2 times 1 minus 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 3 is -1. All right. Now with whole numbers again, you want to use these 3 easy values. Now if you selected different values like -3, 0, and like 5, it's still going to work, but these are probably the easiest values that you can put on your graph. So I have -1, -5, 0, -3, and 1, -1. Now with these 3 values, you want to make sure that you connect them using a line. Try to draw a straight line. Obviously, I can't draw the straightest line here, but do your best. And that should be representative of your line. Okay, you don't want to have just 3 random points because those are just ordered pairs. They're not an actual line. When you get down to fractions, it's a little bit trickier. So instead of using -1, 0, and +1, with fractions, it's best to either use multiples of the denominator, or the best way I like to do this is my 3 values are going to be, I'm going to actually use the denominator 2. I'm going to use 0, and then I'm going to use the opposite of the denominator, which is -2. Okay, so I'm still solidifying the positive values, 0 neutral values, and negative values on my graph. Okay, so now again, use mental math. What's 1/2 times x minus 3? So if x is 2, what's 1/2 of 2? Okay, so 1/2 times 2 minus 3. Half of 2 is 1. 1 minus 3 is -2. All right, 1/2. Now we're going to use 0 for x minus 3. 1/2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. And then I'm going to take 1/2 times -2 minus 3. 1/2 of -2 is -1. -1 minus 3 is -4. All right, so now I have these 3 simple points. I'm able to plot them to -2, 0, -3, and -2, -4. Again, try your best to connect all 3. And you want to extend your lines to make sure that they're going through the entire graph, and ensure that your graph has lines on the end of it, signifying that it's going on infinitely. All right, so that's pretty much it for this lesson.